These days, we have more streaming apps to choose from than America's national debt, and it can suck to have to try to dig through all of them just to try to find something half decent to watch. Spending an hour and a half mindlessly scrolling just to put on something you'll get bored of in 20 minutes. As metalheads, we need a consistent injection of metal every 2 hours, or we start to turn into those weird zombie vampire things from Daybreakers. And digging through endless streaming services can take so long that innocent metalheads have the decibels drained from their bodies long before they even get a glimpse of any metal. Well, my fellow headbangers, no longer must our kind suffer, because now there is a streaming service made just for us metalheads. Thunderflix is a new streaming service billed as the world's premier on-demand video streaming service dedicated exclusively to heavy metal music and its ardent fans. A friend was telling me about this service recently, and then they actually reached out to me and asked if I'd do a review for them. So I spent a couple of days checking it out, and I gotta say, it's pretty cool. It's got a whole bunch of classic live DVDs, documentaries, band videos, and some movies that feature metal music. Scrolling through their library, I was having flashbacks of being a kid at record stores flipping through all the old band DVDs. I always loved live DVDs and seeing what a band can do live, and Thunderflix has a lot of classics in their library, from bands like Megadeth, Slipknot, Black Sabbath, Obituary, Deep Purple, Onslaught, as well as new concerts from bands like Powerwolf and Infected Rain, among many others. Documentaries are my personal favorite section, as I've always loved seeing the behind-the-scenes and history of metal, and many of them helped shape me into the headbanger I am today. They've got a pretty impressive collection of documentaries already. They've got Murder in the Front Row, Heavy Metal Parking Lot, Nurgle's documentary, I didn't even know he had one, Until the Light Takes Us, Get Thrashed, Super Duper Alice Cooper, which I was excited about. I've been wanting to watch that one. It is July, which means it's officially time to get ready for Halloween, and this weekend Thunderflix is adding the history of horror and metal. Thanks to Thunderflix, I got to check it out early, and if you're a fan of horror and metal, you'll dig this. I'm not gonna lie to you though, this film has an insufferably long intro that goes on for way too long. But once it actually starts, this film goes deep into both histories, much more than I was expecting. And it has interviews with everyone from Alice Cooper to John Carpenter, Sid Haig, Corpse Grinder, Tom Savini, Pinhead, Arthur Brown, Scott Ian, Danny Filth. It's funny, they also have an interview with Tobias Forge from Ghost, but this was before he revealed his identity, so he's disguised as one of the nameless ghouls. But it's clearly him, and I just thought it was pretty funny. But this was a cool documentary. It was a lot deeper and extensive than I thought it would be after its exhaustingly dull intro. Any classic horror fans and metalheads out there should definitely check this one out. Let's talk about the actual Thunderflix app. When I used it, it was very smooth and quick. The menu worked quickly, and everything I watched started right away with no issues. I didn't have any loading issues at all in anything, and I tried it on my phone, my TV, and my laptop. The menu was easy to navigate through, and you have the options to search and download the films, so when you're on your 10-hour bus ride to a major metal festival and the bus has shitty Wi-Fi, you can still watch the history of horror and metal. They have a good selection of stuff up right now. It's still in its early stages, so it's not quite as big as other streaming services, but they're constantly adding new things. And coming soon, they have Total Thrash, the history of the German thrash scene. I definitely want to watch that one. Thunderflix is $6.66 a month appropriately, or $66.60 for a year membership. Either way, your money is going to Satan and to help spread more metal throughout the world. I think this app is worth checking out. I loved watching all these types of concert films and metal documentaries when I was first getting into metal. I found them really interesting and fun, and it would have been awesome to have all this piled into one place. And now they are. Hey, future. So I recommend Thunderflix, the world's first heavy metal streaming app. If that's something that interests you, their link is in the description of this video. For more from me, check out my band Dark Insanity on Instagram. We're getting our first songs together and have our first shows coming up soon, and a big announcement coming up very soon, so stay tuned for that. If you'd like to support this channel, then sign up to become a member to get some cool VIP perks. Memberships start as low as 99 cents a month, and each one really helps me get to my goal of buying Iceland. And shout out to my first Rockstar members, Scars of Oblivion from Spain. Go check out those guys. They have a kick-ass album out. Thank you guys for the support. Check out my live streams, wyattsmetal podcast, every Wednesday at 11 a.m. California time. Check out my other channel, Film Rebel, where I talk about films and entertainment if you're into that kind of thing. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.